Okay, so we are going to. This video is about creating a differentiated independent learning model. In this video, we're going to go through and learn a little bit about what this means, but also go through the process and create this differentiated independent learning model. This model was created by me because I had so many different levels of students, diverse levels of students in one classroom. And I wanted to be able to make sure that I can reach all the students at one time as effectively as possible. Typically, we have about 85 minutes of learning time split between whole group math and small group math time. What I did was I took that whole 85 minutes and I broke it up so that I wasn't teaching whole group to all the students at one time. I broke it up so I taught a lesson to half the group, and the other half was getting skills that they needed, maybe like on iReady, or they were doing different activities that just would help them boost their learning, either for the lesson I was about to teach or for something that a space where they have a deficit. So the schedule for this, like I said, we have 85 minutes. The schedule for this was we did 10 minutes of whole group fluency. We did 10 minutes of whole group fluency. Only 10 minutes. Stopped it right at 10 minutes. Then after those 10 minutes, we did 25 minutes, 3 rotations of 25 minutes. Rotation 1, 25 minutes. Rotation 2, 25 minutes. Rotation 3, 25 minutes. During this first rotation, group A is with me. They're with me learning, whatever the math lesson is. Group B, they're doing an activity either at their desk or with a partner. Typically, it would just be an iReady My Path lesson, but sometimes it also, like I said before, it could be an activity that will help build their skills towards what I was teaching or towards something that they had a deficit in. So Group A, they're with me. Group B, they're by themselves, being independent, doing their activities that will help them learn. After that 25 minutes, and I'm teaching this lesson to Group A. After that 25 minutes, we go to the second rotation. Now, Group A, they have the learning. They're going to go and they're going to do their independent work at their desk by themselves, their practice problems and their exit ticket. Now, I have Group B teaching that same lesson, though I'm giving it to them a little bit different because they need they need some more supports than the other group did. This lesson might take a little bit longer, but that's okay. It works because I don't have a group next. This one might take a little bit longer. They might need a little bit more hand holding, but I'm still going to make sure that they are doing the deep thinking and the problem solving, the problem solving skills. So Group B, they're with me. Group A, they're at their desk doing their independent practice problems and their exit tickets. That's for 25 minutes. After that 25 minutes, and if they get done, if Group A gets done, they go straight to their activity. After the 25 minutes, now Group B, they are finished with me. So now they're going to also do their practice problems. Notice I'm free, which means I can also assist Group B who might need a little bit more help with their practice problems. This is also my time where I can work with my SPED students, students who need 504s, or just people who I need to get some SST data on. Group A, they are done their practice problems. So now they're doing that activity that Group B was doing in the first round. It could be iReady. It could be another activity that you find off iReady. It could be an activity, again, to help their deficit or to help like with a skill that they just like accelerate their learning. This could be in anything, but this is what you would be doing during that normal small group. So our activities for today is we're going to go through and we're going to create Group A and Group B. I'm going to use a mock class. I'm going to go to my iReady dashboard, and I'm going to use this 201 data. So with this data, I see that I have some students who are in greens, but I have no student who have made the overall placement of green, which means I got to make my groups as even as possible. There's approximately 18 students, which means I'm going to put about 9 students in each group. Here, this is my high group, so this is my high students, but also like those middle students. This will be my middle low students and my low ones. So I'm gonna go through and start placing them. I see Leilani, she's my lowest right here. It also says she has a rush flag. So this is where I use some observational data to see if she really does belong here or if she could fit in the higher group. So I'm gonna put them where they need to be. Leilani. And I'm just gonna keep going back and forth. And the way I do it is I start from the bottom and I go to the top. I'm gonna put this friend here. Oopsies. Kathelo. Nope. Katleo. I'm just gonna keep going back. So now I'm gonna put Soul. I'm gonna put Soul here. Then I'm gonna put Jaden in this group. Then I'm already at the bottom, so I'm gonna take Delani. And then I'm gonna go back to the top, get Alex. And this is just gonna help me to make sure that I'm putting an equal amount and my middle students go in one group and my and I don't have to like do the work to figure out which group they're gonna go into. Tristan's gonna go here. Anaya. Madison. Ethan. And we're gonna keep doing that back and forth, just making those groups very simplistic tasks. Oh wait, where does Skylar go? Skylar's close to the top, so Skylar's gonna go to the top. And again, this is your classroom, so if you know that Skylar might need to be in the bottom, and put them in the bottom. You also have your observational data that you can use as well. Nevaeh, Anthony. Skylar, Sean. Jesse. Dier. Nyla and Sakari. And since they are similar, like close, we could put Sakari, like, because he's our middle person. We could put him in either group, kind of, if we feel he would benefit more from more of those supports than Group A, who's not getting as many supports. Especially since it looks like the data says that they are still like pretty close. I think Sakari fits more in this group, in that high group, how we have him, than in the other group. But you make your groups like this, you knock your groups out, and then now you know. So Group A, they're going to be the ones who they're going to get the lesson as is, whereas Group B, they're going to receive those scaffolds to help them out a little bit. You're free to help Group B out a lot more than you would like Group A. Then, like I said, you got to make Group B make it a little easier for them to access the learning. So you're going to add those scaffolds. This link right here takes you to these like instructional scaffold examples of things you can add to be able to help them to, receive the lesson a little bit easier. If I'm on lesson 15, and this lesson talks about using benchmark numbers and numbers to add efficiently. Then that's what my skill is. That's what I'm focused on. So now I have to think, how can I get that to my students easier? Like, what do I need to do to be able to make sure that the Jadens and the Madisons are able to access this learning effectively? So what I'm going to do is anchor charts. If every student has an anchor chart, right? I'm using it throughout. If every student has an anchor chart that they can use, that will help them to be able to reference the learning and not rely on memory. I don't want these students to have to focus on to rely on memory. I want to take as much of the hard part out of it, and I just want them to be able to use a skill and access it. If using a reference, using an anchor chart will help me, then I'm going to help them. So they're not just rely on it in memory, and they're able to actually do the work, right? Another one I might choose is an I do, we do, you do. So I do, we do, you do. They watch me before the practice problems. They watch me solve it using the number line. We do it together. We have a lot of thought provoking conversations, and then they do it with me right there. That will help them to gain confidence in the steps. Right. So those little scaffolds right there, just naming those scaffolds for this lesson will help them immensely to be able to um, get the students to access the learning. Now, we did a small group. Everybody's good. I got through that lesson in 85 minutes because I'm not having chasing my behaviors of my friends who are in group B because they're struggling to access the learning, and then group A is bored. Everybody gets what they want and what they need in this model. All right. So your task is just to go through, complete this like little worksheet based off of your group A, your group B, and then come up with about at least four scaffolds that you can use in the lessons that you're going to be working on.